Good evening, good evening. What's up, folks? Welcome to another edition of Pro Wrestling Talk brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, I am doing a double feature for this video. That's right. We're going to talk about the 5-Star Grand Prix of Stardom. Days 1 and 2 are in the books. This tournament has kicked off in a big way. It's with some great matches. And also going to cover the quarterfinals of the Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling Tokyo Princess Cup that also took place this past weekend. So, got quite a bit to cover. But first, my newest Stardom shirt arrived today. It's one of the newest ones, but check it out. They have this in red and in black, so I decided to get a black one, really showcasing Stardom. You know, each of the faction logos are on there, so I love it. I just got it today, so I look forward to wearing it. But yep, my Stardom merch continues to grow strong, and I don't know if I showed this before. I don't think I have, but Shirley fan towel also got about a week or so ago. She's been my favorite Joshi so far, especially in Stardom. So yeah, showing my love and support. And I pretty much have a shirt for each faction except for God's Eye. So hopefully they make some God's Eye shirts soon, because I would love to get one. But I at least have a shirt from at least the other factions, including Stars. So, but yeah, keep the Stardom merch coming. I love it. I need to start getting some Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling gear as well. I don't have any of that. But anyway, the 5-Star Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen, has kicked off this past weekend. Day 1 was on Saturday and day 2 was on Sunday. Yeah, I believe that's right. Yeah. So let's start off with day 1. First they started off with a gauntlet-style tag team match. So the first 2 teams that competed were Oedo Tai's Ruaka and Rina, and Queen's Quest Hina and Miyu Amasaki. So those were the 2 teams that started us off. Rina pinned Hina, so the youngest sister covered the middle sister. Got her with a jackknife pin to eliminate Oedo Tai. And then the next team that came in was Stars Hanan and Koguma. And Koguma was able to pin Rina with kind of like a schoolgirl pin with like the bridge. So she pinned Rina to eliminate Oedo Tai. I'm sorry. Oedo Tai first eliminated Queen's Quest and then got eliminated by Koguma. So Stars continues. And then Cosmic Angels was the next team to come out. Cosmic Angels of Natsupoi and Tam Nakano. That team came out next. And Tam Nakano ended up pinning Hanan with a German suplex. And then the last team, there was another Oedo Tai team that came out afterwards, which was the team of Momo Watanabe and Saki Kashima. So another Oedo Tai team in this. Natsupoi was able to eliminate that team, pinning Saki Kashima with like a rolling mahi straw. And then a third Oedo Tai team comes out in the gauntlet, and I believe this was the last of the teams. And this Oedo Tai team was made up of Starlight Kid and Fukiken Death. Then when it was all said and done, Natsupoi ended up getting the victory over Fukiken Death with that twisting splash. I believe it's called the Fairy Train, if I remember correctly. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Natsupoi's twisting splash. I think it's called the Fairy Train. But Natsupoi pinned Fukiken Death to eliminate that team. And with that being the final team, Cosmic Angels was the last team standing. Tam Nakano and Natsupoi. Natsupoi had been looking very strong since joining Cosmic Angels, and really even before that when she was able to defeat Tam Nakano in their second match, the one after the cage match, that is. But yeah, Natsupoi's been looking pretty strong since joining Cosmic Angels, and they come out with the victory, winning the tag team gauntlet match. But man, that was crazy. 3 Oedo Tai teams were in this tag team gauntlet. Shoot, you would have thought one of those teams would have ended up winning. I mean, kind of had the advantage, but not so. Cosmic Angels gets the victory. Okay, and then we start getting into our 5-star Grand Prix matches. So we got Red Stars and Blue Stars. So first was a Red Stars match. Momo Kogo versus Mai Sakurai. Thought it was a pretty good match between these two ladies. Definitely, Stars versus Donna Del Mundo, battle of the rookies, pretty much. But yeah, it was a good match. I was really pulling for Momo Kogo, but Mai Sakurai got the victory after hitting a front falling suplex. So Mai Sakurai gets 2 points, defeating Momo Kogo. And remember, Momo Kogo was who replaced Thekla, because Thekla is dealing with injury and rehabbing her injury, so Momo Kogo took her spot. So just a FYI for those that didn't know that. That's why Momo Kogo is in the 5-star Grand Prix. Alright, next up we had a Blue Stars match. This was Saya Ida versus Ami Sourei, the battle of power fighters in Stardom. Ami Sourei of God's Eye, Saya Ida of Stars. And this was also a good match. This was a really good match. I know Ami Sourei had the size advantage, but still, don't sleep on Saya Ida. She's still, even at 4 feet 11 or 4 feet 10, still very, very strong. Very, very strong. I mean, she could put Himeka on her, or actually she picked up Ami Sourei and put her on her shoulders. So, at the Stardom and Showcase Volume 1 match. So, don't sleep on the strength of Saya Ida. But, it was a good match, but Ami Sourei of God's Eye was able to get the victory after a twisting brainbuster on Saya Ida to pick up 2 points. Alright, back to the Red Stars. We had Unagi Sayaka versus Saki. So, a Cosmic Angels Colors showdown. And to be honest, I thought this was kind of an upset. But Saki gets the pin on Unagi Sayaka after a twisting suplex brainbuster, kind of similar to what Ami Sourei did. But yeah, Saki got the victory over Unagi Sayaka. I kind of consider that an upset. So, Saki, in her first match in the 5-star Grand Prix, picks up 2 points. Very nice. We had another Red Stars match. We had Micah versus Risa Serra. Micah of Donna Del Mundo. Risa Serra of Prominence, the leader of Prominence. This was a great match. Back and forth. Both of these ladies look really strong. Really, really strong. Really a matchup that could have gone either way. I've been high on Micah for a long time now. I really like her. And Risa Serra, very strong. But when it was all said and done, Risa Serra got the victory after hitting a diving double knee drop onto Micah. And Risa Serra of Prominence picks up 2 points with a victory over Micah. We got ourselves another Red Stars match. This is actually a rematch from last year's 5-Star Grand Prix. Shuri of God's Eye taking on Queen's Quest's Azumi. And remember, the last time they fought each other in a singles match, 5-Star Grand Prix last year, and Azumi beat Shuri. That's right. As hard as that is to imagine for some, Azumi beat Shuri clean. So it was really good to see these two ladies go at it again in the rematch to kind of revisit that rivalry. And it was back and forth. Azumi really brought her A game to Shuri, like 100%. And, you know, both of these ladies are champions, so it makes sense. You know, Shuri's the World of Stardom champion, Azumi the High Speed champion. And these ladies, they really brought it. But Shuri ended up getting revenge as she was able to submit Azumi with the stretch muffler. Had it really cinched in and had both of her arms trapped. So really, really tightened up that submission to make Azumi submit. So Shuri picks up 2 points. And then we take a quick break from the 5-Star Grand Prix and we go into a tag team match. This was the big one. Nanae Takahashi and Kairi teaming up to go against Saya Kamitani and Lady C of Queen's Quest. Shout out to Kairi. Kairi and Nanae Takahashi rode together like on a motorbike, which if I remember correctly, I believe Kairi owns a motorcycle, which, yeah, if I remember correctly, she owns a motorcycle or is a motorcycle enthusiast, one of the two. And Lady C finally has her own robe. She has her own robe, so it was really cool to see Lady C come out with a Queen's Quest robe, just like all the other ladies have. So, Lady C definitely moving up. And you know what? This was a great match. All 4 ladies looked really strong. I know Nanae Takahashi really took it to both Saya and Lady C, especially Lady C. But all 4 of these ladies looked really great in this match. And sure enough, we got to see Nanae Takahashi fly as she hits Lady C with a beautiful frog splash and was able to get the 1, 2, 3. And Kairi and Nanae Takahashi get the victory over Saya Kamitani and Lady C. And then, afterwards, after the match, this was big. Really, really big. Nanae Takahashi got on the mic and called out Shuri. And she wants a shot at the World of Stardom Championship. That's right. Nanae Takahashi calling out Shuri. She wants a shot. And we're not done yet. Oh, no. That segment's not done yet. And then Kairi stakes her claim and challenges Saya Kamitani for the Wonder of Stardom Championship. And sure enough, ladies and gentlemen, those 2 matches have been confirmed for the Stardom X Stardom 2022 show on August 21st in Nagoya. That's right. The legendary Nanae Takahashi will challenge Shuri for the World of Stardom Championship. And Stardom legend Kairi will challenge the Golden Phoenix, Saya Kamitani, for the Wonder of Stardom Championship. Those 2 matches, I cannot wait for those 2 matches. Those 2 matches are going to be fire. Saya Kamitani gets an opportunity of a lifetime defending her title against Kairi, a big name in Stardom, a big name in general, has the best elbow drop in the business. And then Nanae Takahashi versus Shuri. I mean, Shuri's been wrestling a long time, but Nanae Takahashi, she has been well established in her career and is a legend herself. I can't wait for those two matches. But yeah, August 21st. So in a couple of weeks, it's going to be good. I can't wait. Okay. Let's see. Next up, which by the way, we had Natsupoi on commentary. Had Natsupoi on commentary, and also Starlight Kid, I believe, was on commentary for a bit as well, which I thought was pretty cool. But anyway, back to the 5-Star Grand Prix. We had 3 more matches for day 1. So looking at the Blue Stars, we had Stars Mayu Iwatani taking on God's Eyes Mirai. And I have to say, this was definitely a shocker. Definitely a shocker. This was back and forth, great match, a clash of styles between these two ladies. And Mirai was able to get the upset victory over Mayu Iwatani after hitting her with a Miramare and getting the 1-2-3. And Mirai gets her first 2 points, taking out the icon of Stardom, Mayu Iwatani, the SWA champion. Big win for her. Great match. These ladies brought their A game, but Mirai got the upset victory over Mayu Iwatani. And then back to the Red Stars. The final Red Stars match for the night was Utami Hayashishita of Queen's Quest taking on Himeka of Donna Del Mundo. And to be honest, this is a clash of also 2 power fighters. This, I would have to say, was the biggest upset of the night. Biggest upset. Himeka, the Jumbo Princess. It took a running power bomb. I guess technically a second running power bomb. I mean, well, the first one wasn't really a running power bomb, but a running power bomb was able to put away Utami Hayashishita for the 1-2-3, and Himeka scores the biggest upset of day 1 in the 5-Star Grand Prix and gets her 2 points. A big win over the Red Queen, Utami Hayashishita. A well-fought match. A very well-fought match. And then the main event of day 1 was a Blue Stars match. Hazuki of Stars taking on Julia, the leader of Donna Del Mundo. I can't say that this was this was an excellent match between both ladies. Definitely back and forth. Another clash of styles. We got to remember, Hazuki has, decent amount of power, but she's well known for high speed. Hazuki, after a brain buster, was able to put away the Donna Del Mundo leader, Julia, for the 1-2-3. And honestly, I can't really say that this is an upset, mainly because we have to remember, Hazuki is a veteran, well known in Stardom. Not to take anything away from Julia. Julia is a very well established wrestler in Stardom, especially with the stable that she's in. But I can't say that this was an upset. I think either of these ladies could have definitely won. And, Hazuki getting the victory, getting the 2 points, wasn't that much of a surprise. If anything, they put on an excellent match. That really could have gone either way. And that's day 1 in the books for the 5-Star Grand Prix. Day 2. Day 2 was another great and interesting day. So day 2, we got another Gauntlet Tag Team match. So this one was different. So the first two teams were actually both Queen's Quest. We had a team of Lady C and Hina taking on Azumi and Miyu Amasaki. So this was a very interesting gauntlet tag team match. So starting off with two Queen's Quest teams, Lady C pins, or excuse me, Azumi pins Lady C with the Azumi Sushi to eliminate that Queen's Quest team. And then Oedo Tai's Ruaka and Rina enter the match after that elimination. And then Azumi once again gets another Azumi Sushi, pinning Ruaka and eliminating Oedo Tai. So 2 back-to-back Azumi Sushi pins from Azumi. 2 teams eliminated. Next team to enter was Stars Hazuki and Hanan. And Azumi and Miyu Amasaki still looking really strong, and Miyu showing up and showing out at this point, getting a reversal pin on Hanan to eliminate Stars. So Miyu Amasaki getting in on some of the action. Very, very good. And then once they were eliminated, the next team that entered was Donna Del Mundo's Maika and Mai Sakurai. They enter the match. And they were actually the last team to enter in this gauntlet tag team match. And despite Miyu Amasaki and Azumi looking really strong, they just couldn't quite do enough to finish off the match. And Maika hits Miyu Amasaki with a discus lariat and gets the 1-2-3. And the team of Donna Del Mundo's Maika and Mai Sakurai win the tag team gauntlet. Miyu Amasaki and Azumi came so close. Oh, so close. But the last team is usually the freshest team. Therefore, they have the advantage, and that definitely helped in Maika and Mai Sakurai's favor. But it was still a great match. They didn't get it easily, though. But yeah, Donna Del Mundo's Mai Sakurai and Maika win the tag team gauntlet match of day 2. All right, let's get into the 5-star Grand Prix matches of day 2. We kicked off with a Red Stars match. Koguma of Stars. Oh, we had a Stars showdown, actually. Koguma versus Momokogo. And even though both of these ladies showcased very well and both doing the Kuma, Kuma, Kuma little dance, Koguma was able to get the victory over Momokogo. Got her with a schoolgirl pin with the bridge. I don't know if that has a specific name, but Koguma picks up the 2 points, and dang, Momokogo still with 0 points. 2 back-to-back losses. Ugh. Not a good start for Komomo. First loss to Mai Sakurai and then losing to Koguma. I hate to see it. I really hate to see it, because I like Momokogo. I really do. We then had a Blue Stars match. Mina Shirakawa of Cosmic Angels taking on Momo Watanabe of Oedo Tai, who interfered and with the preemptive strike on Mina Shirakawa as she was doing her entrance dance at the top of the stage. So Momo tried to get the upper hand. But in the end, it would prove to not suffice for Momo Watanabe, as despite, the multiple attempts of interference with the wrench, because, Momo likes to put a wrench in her boot, Mina Shirakawa was able to turn the tides and hook Momo Watanabe with a Glamorous Collection Mina pin, pretty much a seatbelt clutch, similar to Wheeler Yuta's seatbelt clutch, and got the 1-2-3 and pinned Momo Watanabe. Therefore, Mina Shirakawa scores 2 points in the 5-star Grand Prix. A big victory over Momo Watanabe. All right, next up, we had another Red Stars match between two ladies going into this match, both with 2 points. Cosmic Angels Colors, Saki, taking on Risa Sera of Prominence. Risa Sera put up a good fight. Saki put up a good fight. Especially after Saki's victory over Unagi Sayaka. You know, she's definitely coming into this match with some momentum, but just wasn't quite enough to put away Risa Sera. And Risa Sera was able to take Saki, drive her down to the mat with an air raid crash, and get the 1-2-3. And Risa Sera looking very dominant so far with another 2 points. Therefore, she now has 4 points. So Risa Sera looking very dominant. Keep an eye on her. All right, and then we had another tag team match, just like in the previous night. This time, we had the team of Kairi and Natsupoi, with Natsupoi supporting Pirate Princess Pink Kairi gear, taking on the team of Mayu Iwatani and Saya Ida of Stars. So, of course, you know, Mayu Iwatani and Kairi know each other well. They were, you know, 2/3 of Freedom, of course, with Io Shirai. But, yeah, this tag team match was great. Definitely great to see all four of these ladies showcased very well. And even though we didn't see it in day 1, we got to see it in day 2. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's right. Kairi hits an insane elbow on Saya Ida to get the 1-2-3 and the victory for her and Natsupoi. We were eventually going to see that insane elbow. We didn't see it in day 1, but we saw it in day 2. So it was really, really good. Good to see that. But yeah, Kairi, 2 back-to-back tag team wins. And she has a date with the Wonder of Stardom champion on August 21st. Saya Kamitani, the Stardom X Stardom 2022 show. Looking forward to it. Let's see. I think for the second half of the show, we had Micah on commentary. And also, both shows had Blue Justice, Yuji Nagata, on commentary for both shows. So I thought that was really cool. All right, continuing with the 5-star Grand Prix matches of day 2, we had another Red Stars match. Tam Nakano versus Himeka. Of course, Himeka coming in with some momentum after a big victory over Utami Hayashishita. And this was Tam Nakano's first match of the 5-star Grand Prix. And she definitely showed up and showed out. It wasn't easy, but she got a big victory over Himeka, hitting a German suplex. Or I think it was a specific way she was holding Himeka in that German suplex. It might not have been a German suplex. It looked like it, but I think it was a German suplex. But got the 1-2-3, and Tam Nakano gets her 2 points from beating Himeka. And then we had a Blue Stars match. Julia versus Mirai. Both were former stablemates of Donna Del Mundo, but of course Mirai is with God's Eye. This was a big, big upset. This, I'd have to say, was the upset. Well, actually, no. I'm going to say it. This was the big upset of day 2. Mirai and these two ladies clashed. These two ladies clashed like crazy. But Mirai was able to get a reversal pin on Julia to get the 1-2-3. And Mirai now with 4 points, with victories over Mayu Iwatani and Julia. Like, that's huge. That's huge for her. And Julia is 0-2 right now. Julia still with 0 points after losses to Hazuki and now a loss to Mirai. Ooh, not a good start for Julia. Not a good start for the leader of Donna Del Mundo. But Mirai is off to a fabulous start. All right. Then we had another Blue Stars match. We had a rematch, a Wonder of Stardom Championship rematch. This was Saya Kamitani versus Starlight Kid. Of course, Saya Kamitani defeated Starlight Kid in their title match. So this was the run back. The run back in the 5-Star Grand Prix. And it was great. It was definitely back and forth. These ladies looked great. But Starlight Kid was able to get her revenge and hits a Hurricane Rana kind of twisting pin on Saya Kamitani for the 1-2-3. And Starlight Kid gets her first 2 points of the 5-Star Grand Prix for nice revenge victory over Saya Kamitani. Very well done. I like both of these ladies. They did their thing. And then, the main event. This was a banger. This was a banger. Red Stars, Shuri versus Utami Hayashishita. Of course, Shuri coming in already with 2 points with her victory over Azumi. And Utami Hayashishita still with 0 points as she lost to Himeka in day 1. And these ladies, once again, showed why they were a Match of the Year candidate from last year. These two ladies always bring it, and this match definitely did not disappoint. And when it was all said and done, after a ginormous BT bomb from Utami Hayashishita, she was able to get the 1-2-3. And Shuri has taken her first singles loss in 11 months. That's right. That was her first singles loss in 11 months. And Utami ended the streak and scored her 2 points. This was big. This was really, really big. What a way to not only get revenge, but to end an 11-month streak that Shuri had. That's right, y'all. That's how long it had been before she had gotten pinned in a singles match. 11 months. That's crazy. But, I mean, let's keep it real. Shuri has an excellent win-loss record in her Stardom career. And there's a reason why she's World of Stardom champion. She has been booked very solid and very strong. As she should. I mean, let's keep it real. As she should. As was Mayu Iwatani, as was Io Shirai, as was Utami Hayashishita. You know, you got to build these champions to be strong. And Shuri there is no different. But hey, congrats to Utami Hayashishita on the big victory and scoring herself 2 points. And that is those are your first 2 days of the 5-Star Grand Prix. So right quick, let's look at the current standings once again, just a recap. So for the Red Stars, right now sitting at 0 points are Momokogo, Azumi, Unagi Sayaka, and Maika of the Red Stars. Momokogo's 0-2. She has losses to Koguma and Mai Sakurai. Azumi is 0-1. She has the loss against Shuri. Unagi Sayaka is 0-1. She has the loss against Saki. And Maika, who is also 0-1, has the loss to Risa Sera. And also, Saki Kashima is on here. She doesn't have any points yet, so technically she would have 0 as well, but she hasn't wrestled her matches yet. So Saki Kashima isn't listed. She hasn't wrestled her matches yet. All right. So the ladies that currently have 2 points are Koguma, Utami Hayashishita, Tam Nakano, Himeka, Mai Sakurai, Shuri, and Saki. So Koguma right now is 1-0. She has the victory over Momokogo. Utami Hayashishita is 1-1. She has a victory over Shuri and a loss to Himeka. Tam Nakano is 1-0. She has the one match, the victory over Himeka. Himeka is 1-1. Victory over Utami Hayashishita and a loss to Tam Nakano. Mai Sakurai is 1-0. She has the victory over Momokogo. Shuri is 1-1. She has a victory over Azumi and a loss to Utami Hayashishita. And then Saki is 1-1. She has a victory over Unagi Sayaka, but a loss to Risa Sera. And sitting at the top of the Red Stars with 4 points at 2-0 is Risa Sera. Risa Sera with victories over Saki and Maika. So like I said, Risa Sera establishing her dominance early with 2 straight victories, sitting at 4 points at the top of the Red Stars. Okay, let's look at the Blue Stars. Blue Stars. All right, sitting with 0 points right now are Mayu Iwatani, Saya Ida, Saya Kamatani, Julia, and Momo Watanabe. Natsupoi hasn't wrestled any matches yet, so I guess technically she has 0 points. Hanan hasn't wrestled any matches yet, so technically she has 0 points. And Suzu Suzuki was supposed to wrestle this weekend, but due to poor physical condition, she didn't have her matches. So I'm assuming, like, according to these standings, I guess she's not going to have to forfeit any matches. Oh, okay, so according to this chart, it looks like her matches are going to be rescheduled. So Suzu Suzuki's matches are going to be rescheduled. Okay, so that's good. That's good. So she doesn't have to worry about taking any forfeits. That's good. Good move on Stardom's behalf. So they're rescheduling her matches. Excellent. I think those are good moves. So she doesn't have to worry about taking any forfeits. Okay, so 0 points. So Mayu Iwatani is 0-1. She has the loss to Mirai. Saya Ida, 0-1. She has the loss to Ami Sore. Saya Kamatani is 0-1. She has the loss to Starlight Kid. Julia, 0-2, with losses to Hazuki and Mirai. Bad start for Julia. And Momo Watanabe, who's 0-1 with the loss to Mina Shirakawa. Okay, sitting at 2 points, Hazuki, Mina Shirakawa, Ami Sore, and Starlight Kid. Hazuki, 1-0 with a victory over Julia. Mina Shirakawa, 1-0 with a victory over Momo Watanabe. Ami Sore, 1-0 with a victory over Saya Ida. And then Starlight Kid, 1-0 with a victory over Saya Kamatani. And then sitting at the top of the Blue Stars block with 4 points at 2-0 is Mirai. That's right, Mirai. 2-0 victories over Mayu Iwatani and Julia. So, wow, 2 victories over leaders of other factions. Mayu Iwatani, the leader of Stars, the icon of Stardom. Julia, the leader of Donna Del Mundo. Those are 2 big victories for Mirai. Defeating both leaders? That's huge. That's really huge for Mirai. But yeah, she's sitting at the top of the Blue Stars block with 4 points. So Mirai, the top of the Blue Stars. Risa Sera, the top of the Red Stars. But we still got a lot of matches to go. A whole lot. We're just getting started. Those 2 days, we're just getting started. I mean, there's still a handful of ladies that still haven't started wrestling their matches yet. So we still got a lot to look at. So it should be fun. Should be really fun. Okay. Now, let's transition to Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling's Tokyo Princess Cup tournament. The quarterfinals happened this past weekend on the 31st. And I have to say, these matches were pretty solid, and the results were quite interesting. First up, we had quarterfinal matchup, Rika Tatsumi taking on Suzume. And this was definitely a great match. Definitely back and forth, and it looked like for the most part, Rika Tatsumi was in control. But the unthinkable happened. A big, ginormous upset, and Suzume hits a Magistral Cradle on Rika Tatsumi and gets the 1-2-3. And Suzume advances to the semifinals of the Tokyo Princess Cup with a big, big victory over Rika Tatsumi. Rika Tatsumi's good. Really, really good. But Suzume, she got her. That was a big, big upset. So Suzume is your first semifinalist. Next up, we had Nao Kakuta taking on Miyu Yamashita. Now Kakuta put up a decent fight, for sure. But, I mean, I figured she wasn't going to go over the ace of Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling, the Pink Striker. And sure enough, after a skull kick, put away Nao Kakuta. But I do appreciate her trying to get the jump on Miyu Yamashita early during her ring entrance. So, I mean, it wasn't a bad idea. But just wasn't enough to put away the Pink Striker as she comes back later, hits a skull kick, gets the 1-2-3, and Miyu Yamashita is your second semifinalist. So, you know, great effort from Nao Kakuta, but just not quite enough. Just not quite enough. Okay. The next semifinal matchup we had was Hikari Noa versus the magical girl, Yuka Sakazaki. Now, this was a great match. I like both of these ladies. And there was quite an interesting segment later in the match where pretty much the magical girl, Yuka Sakazaki, pretty much was invincible for like a handful of super kicks from Hikari Noa. She pretty much took like 4 or 5 super kicks from Hikari Noa. And then all of a sudden, Yuka just lit into her and knocked her out with one forearm. Like, it legit looked like Yuka Sakazaki was like no-selling, just invincible at that moment. It was so funny. But it was definitely a great match. I like both of these ladies. But my girl, the magical girl, Yuka Sakazaki, got the victory after a magical girl splash. And she is your third semifinalists. And then the main event was Miyu Watanabe versus Shoko Nakajima, the big kaiju. And this was a ginormous upset. And it couldn't have happened at a better time than the main event. Remember, Shoko Nakajima is your current Princess of Princess champion. The top title in Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. And Miyu Watanabe was determined she was going to get this victory. And there was even a point she did like a giant swing, like a sleeper string, headlock and everything. A sleeper swing on Shoko Nakajima. And just, these ladies stole the show. Very fitting for the main event. And Miyu Watanabe hit sort of like a variation of a flapjack. Like, kind of like a dominator into a flapjack sort of move. I don't know what it's called. But that's what it kind of looked like. But doing that, and she was able to get the 1, 2, 3 and a ginormous upset. Defeating the Princess of Princess champion Shoko Nakajima and eliminating her and becoming the 4th semifinalist of the Tokyo Princess Cup. So, those are your 4 semifinalists. Miyu Watanabe, Yuka Sakazaki, Suzume, and Miyu Yamashita. And they have announced the semifinal matchups. The semifinal matchups will be Yuka Sakazaki versus Suzume and Miyu Yamashita versus Miyu Watanabe. Miyu versus Miyu. Now, what I'm really, really hoping for, I would love to see the grand finals be Suzume versus Miyu Watanabe. I would love to see that. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. Yuka Sakazaki versus Miyu Yamashita, I mean, we've seen before. We know that's a banger of a matchup. But I think it would be really cool to see, like, one of the other ladies, like Miyu Watanabe or Suzume, like, get a spot in the finals. And potentially even win. I would love to see Miyu Watanabe and Suzume in the finals. But something tells me one of those ladies, Yuka Sakazaki or Miyu Yamashita, one of those ladies will probably win. I don't think both ladies will win, but I think one of them will win. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. I would love to see double upsets. I would love to see that, for sure. But hey, I'm looking forward to those semifinal matchups, which the semifinal matchups will be on August 13th, and the finals will be on August 14th. So that's when those matches are going to happen. So August 13th for the semifinals, August 14th for the finals of the Tokyo Princess Cup tournament. Looking forward to it. Should be great. Should be really great. But yeah, that is all that I have for this video. Like I said, covered the 5-star Grand Prix Day 1 and Day 2, which both were pay-per-views, so watched both of those. Had a lot of catching up to do over this past weekend, so definitely spent time doing that. And got caught up in the Tokyo Princess Cup. Quarterfinals are in the books. Now we make way for the semifinals. So let me know what y'all's thoughts are. What do y'all think about the 5-star Grand Prix? The current results. What did you think about the matches? Who do you think is going to win the 5-star Grand Prix? Like I said, Tam Nakano is my pick. Who's y'all's pick to win the 5-star Grand Prix? It's going to be a while. This tournament's going to be a while. I think it runs, if I remember correctly, I think it runs into October. If I remember correctly. Yeah, I think it runs into at least October. Yeah. So we got a ways to go. We have a ways to go. But hey, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be really exciting. And like I said, what do y'all think about the announced matches? And oh, as a matter of fact, hold up. Oh, so there was another match announced for Stardom X Stardom 2022. Ooh, so Fukuoka Double Crazy, Hazuki and Koguma will put the Goddess of Stardom tag team titles on the line. Ooh, against Tam Nakano and Natsupoi. Wow. Oh man, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. Natsupoi and Tam Nakano challenging Fukuoka Double Crazy. So that's 3 matches announced for Stardom X Stardom 2022. So you got the Goddess of Stardom tag team title match. You got the Wonder of Stardom title match, Kairi challenging Saya Kamitani. And the World of Stardom title match, Nanae Takahashi challenging Shuri. So what do y'all think about those match announcements as well? Let me know what your thoughts are for those. And then the Tokyo Princess Cup tournament. Quarterfinals are in the books. What y'all think about the matches? What do you think about the semifinal matchups? Like I said, it's Miyu Watanabe versus Miyu Miyamashita, so Miyu versus Miyu. And then we have Yuka Sakazaki versus Suzume. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are on those matches. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell while you're at it so you can catch every video that I release. But thank y'all so much for watching. I enjoyed it. And yeah, can't wait for the next set of matches, the next set of shows. Looking so forward to it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching for another Pro Wrestling Talk. This is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram of Blitzball Champ Gaming. Hope everybody has a blessed evening, and I will see y'all in the next video. Take care. Peace out.